It's July 2021 and the interest rate for mortgages in Czech Republic are currently growing. Only 6 months ago you could get a mortgage for 1.9% and now it's already 2.5%. Well, it's still not that bad because I still remember the times when you could get a mortgage for 5% in Czech Republic. So this was a small update of how the situation is at the moment, but let's get to the question how you could get a mortgage in Czech Republic if you are a foreigner. So there are two conditions that banks would be checking from applicant, and those are the where you're coming from and what type of the stay you have in Czech Republic, and second is your income. So the first one very much depends where you're coming from. There are three groups which banks put applicants to, and one is if you are a EU citizen, European Union citizen, and in this case you need just to have 3 months period of living in Czech Republic, and then you can apply for mortgage. Second group is people who are from the third countries, such as the US, Australia, Japan, and so on. And the third category, third group, is risky countries. Those are African countries and post-Soviet countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and many banks put still Russia and Ukraine into this risky group. This means that if you are a citizen from that falls into those two groups, the banks will be individually looking at your application, and the most chances you have to get the mortgage in Czech Republic if you are falling into one of those groups is if you have a permanent residency here. Permanent residency is given, well, if you ask for this and you pass the conditions, for example, the exam for Czech language, then you would get it after 5 years of living here. If you do not have the permanent residency in Czech Republic, then you need to have at least the temporary residency. In this case, again, you would need to live here at least 2 or 3 years, depends on the bank conditions, and then you can request for the mortgage. Second condition, as I mentioned, is your income. Historically, you could get a mortgage if you have an income outside of Czech Republic and prove it to Czech banks. That's not the case at the moment. At the moment, you have to have the income on the territory of Czech Republic. If you are an employee and you're employed in Czech Republic, then you need to meet two criteria. One, to be out of trial period, to be normally it's 3 months, so to be 3 months past, and then to have unlimited contract. You don't have to have the contract that is 1 or 2 years period, which is not very common in Czech Republic, but still you need to have unlimited contract. And the second, you could have you could be an individual entrepreneur, you could have your own business, and in this case it's more risky for banks, and they would require 2 tax declarations. Those are yearly declarations, so you would need to have 2 years of profitable business on the territory of Czech Republic. So this is the conditions to get a loan in Czech Republic, and obviously if you are a foreigner and you don't for some reason don't fall into any of those conditions, then you can always buy property in Czech Republic with cash, with your own money. Just please bear in mind that owning a property in Czech Republic does not give you any advantage in regards to the visa. Of course, it will be much easier for you to get visa because you have your own property here to collect the documents, but it's not going to be the reason for you to come here. So while buying the property, always please think how often you would like to come and why you would be coming, as a tourist, for study, or why. So I hope this information was useful for you, and if you need any help to buy property in Czech Republic, or you need to answer any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to help. And remember that you can always buy property in Czech Republic not even being here, by just sending to the person of trust a power of attorney, for example to myself, and it will be easy for you to buy anything here.